Hello, my blooming souls. So, this is going to be a bit different than normal, and that's because I didn't believe life could get any harder, but apparently it could. But as the human being I am and my own personality, I just need to get the best out of the situation, and that's why I'm here. And I'm going to talk about what it means to be in a difficult situation and maybe answer some of your questions why you sometimes don't feel passionate about life and why you sometimes think that you will never be happy. Because these are not uncommon thoughts, but it's something that are not shown very often on social media. And this can be a very uncomfortable talk, so I'm going to do my very best to make it comfortable and just let us have a little chat about life and be honest and learn how we can deal with very hard times in lives. So it just seems a little bit more easy to deal with because I want you to have a more satisfied life. In this video, we are going to pack some orders while I am having this chat with you. But before I do so, I am going to show a very raw video of me discovering the very sad situation that Romeo is dead. He is no longer going to be a part of my life and these videos, very sadly. And facing that was so hard for me. And even though it seems crazy, I just thought I need to record this very vulnerable moment. Not because I want you to feel sad or I want you to do something for me. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this because I think we need to see more vulnerable moments. Because otherwise, we keep telling ourselves we are wrong when we're having a tough time. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to love yourself in every moment through this life. But at the same time, I do respect if you're just not in the mood to see a very vulnerable video. So if you just want to hear the talk, here is the timeline you need to go to. If you're ready to know that having a hard time, being super emotional is super normal, I'm just going to show the very raw video right now, and then we will talk afterwards and pack some orders together.
Hello, my blooming souls. I am a bit of a mess, as you can see. I'm so sad because I just came home from my vacation and I just found out this morning that Romeo is dead. And I just have him in front of me. I'm not going to show it to you because, not everybody likes to see something dead. He doesn't look disgusting or anything. He's so cute. He looks so peaceful. And he's still so soft with his fur. And I just feel like the most awful mom in the whole world. The most awful thing is that I'm not even sure why he died. And I'm so sorry for this very sad beginning, I just wanted to feel happy and valuable and live your life, go for your drinks. I have so many things I still dream about, but right in this moment, all I feel is sadness. I'm so sorry if this makes your day more sad. But I am a human. And I have feelings. I really did not think it was going to be this hard to lose a pet. But damn, I get you. If you needed a day off after losing a pet you really loved. I really just, all I'm thinking right now is just I'm looking at him and just really hoping he's waking up again somehow, even though I know that's not going to happen. And I'm really debating whether or not I should get a new hamster or not, because it is, something you have to deal with when you are traveling. getting someone to take care of them, and I'm really just trying so hard to not blame myself for a lot of awful things and just really telling myself how awful of a human being I am, because I know I did my best. And I did have a little talk with Romeo, just him laying here telling him that I'm so sorry he died and I apologize 1,000 times if it is because of me, because he definitely did not deserve to die. And I just was so happy and I just loved him so much. Belle is still alive, so thank goodness for that. She's a tough little woman. So she's still going, doing her hamster stuff. And I'm just really trying to survive all these many very difficult emotions. I mean, death sucks. I have been forced to dealing with death too many times the past 2 years, if you ask me. I just really don't want to be sad. I was so ready to be happy and do all these things like buying my sticker cutting machine and all of that. And now all I want to is just cry and be sad. And at the same time, I just don't have the energy to be sad because it's so hard to be sad. It takes a lot of energy. I actually did make a drawing of him very recently, so that's so sad. I'm just a mess right now, as you can see. I even put on makeup because I thought I looked so awful. Like, not mascara, but just a little bit around my nose and my chin because I just think... Here, as you can hear, I'm very, very self-destructive right now because I'm so sad. And my boyfriend also had plans today, but I was just like, no, I cannot be alone today. That's very dangerous. I can tell myself so many awful things. So I really do not need to be alone today. So I'm really just trying to breathe. But my poor little baby's dead. And he's not coming back. It's so hard. And I know it can be so hard and so not fun to look at somebody cry. But you know, I'm all about honesty. And today my day definitely sucked. And I really do not know what to do about myself right now. All I know is I'm going to let myself be sad. I'm going to make sure I'm going to eat still. Even though I don't feel like eating at all right now. And then I think I'm going to take a walk to the park. And we're going to bury him there. Even though, you know, I just love him so much. So it's just like... I just want to keep him. Even though he's dead. It's so... so stupid. So I have no idea how long this will take me to heal, but I will do my best to try and figure it out, whatever I need right now. And I hope you can accept that this is the situation I'm going through at the moment. Even though all I want for us is to feel happy and loved, Romeo was definitely loved. Was a very, very loved hamster. And I'm going to miss you, buddy. I'm going to miss you very much. And I really just wish I could turn this into a happy moment somehow, but it's just freaking sad. So, I think I have informed you enough for now. And I will talk to you whenever I am capable of doing so. Guess it's time once again to heal for myself.
Okay, I am sweating, but let's see if we can make this situation a little bit more nice to be in, because I really want it to be a nice conversation where we can all feel safe. After all, I'm doing this because I really want all of us to feel loved and satisfied about ourselves, even when we are not, quote, perfect. just before we start packing orders, I just quickly need to say that I personally do not need any guesses why he died. I have been through so many options and I have taken it to my heart, using it for future care for my hamster, maybe hamsters in the future. We will see what life brings me. You are more than welcome to say that you feel sorry for me, but I do not need suggestions why he might die. I have gone through that enough. So otherwise, you are also welcome to submit any extra information or your experience when it comes to this theme. But otherwise, I will just start the chat now. So, I can of course only talk about myself, but I do believe that what I experience is very common for many other people as well. So, it's not the first time I have been in a very pressured situation, but I am going to use this experience as an example. So, in the moment when I discovered this very sad situation, my first reaction was to cry and shake, because it was a lot of emotions going through my body. I have not experienced a pet dying before, so this was all very new to me and also therefore very hard to know how to handle it. I do know this might seem a little hard to understand for some people who doesn't have pets. It was hard for me to understand as well when I didn't have pets, but now that I have tried having pets, I realized thinking about having a life without pets seems so weird and unreal. And no matter the situation, I actually find whenever I am in a precious situation, I get a lot of very, very strong thoughts and opinions that might not be true. Some examples to this are that I tell myself I will never ever feel happy again, that life doesn't make sense anymore, that I will never feel passion for life again. And this is very unlike me. I am normal, a person who really likes life and feel passionate in almost every moment, every second that I live. But when I am pressured, I don't believe that passion is a thing. I don't believe I will be able to feel happiness again. Because I'm now 22 and have been through different pressured situations, I now know that that is a lie. I will survive, I will get over it, but I'm able to see that in the emotional situation. That's why I have made myself some ground rules that I will very rationally follow and believe, even though I am at the same time truly believe nothing will ever change for the better. It's not easy, it is pretty hard, it has taken a long time to deal with, to actually be able to do, but I still found that these ground rules are such and help in those emotional situations. So first rule is that I remind myself that I am capable of being happy. I am capable of feeling passionate about life. It does exist in my body and will never, ever disappear. And it will come back over time if I let myself heal, but not before I have accepted that now I need to heal. And that might involve crying or yelling a lot. The second thing for me is I should not be alone. Again, this is because I know I'm going to have a lot of thoughts that are lies, but will be able to take over if I don't have a person besides me who are not being affected the same way by these emotions that can help me, remind me of the reality. I know not all of us might be in the situation where we can be together with another person all day. So I also want to say that of course it is possible to be alone and go through this. Some people just need to be alone because they don't allow themselves to be vulnerable and cry when other people are in the room. So maybe being alone is the right answer, but I always encourage to find friends where we can show tears and be accepted in that moment. But you're not doomed if you only have the option to be alone. You will be able to get through this, but in that case you really need to keep on to these thoughts that you are able to feel passion, you are able to feel happy. All human has this ability and it will never disappear. It will come back, even though you're not feeling it right now, even though your whole body is screaming that you will never ever feel happy again. Because that is the thing or the sign that I have found when I am pressured. That is using the word never and always. Like there's no changing option. So for me, this is a very strong sign that I need to heal, that I have been pressuring myself too much. Or if I am in a situation where I cannot change how pressured I am, I just need to increase the self-care amount that I'm doing on a daily basis. Depending on myself, I have also found that it's very easy in those pressured moments to criticize myself on full volume. And I don't know about you, but rationally, I know this is not good, but damn, it's hard when I'm just full of emotions. It's just so easy to tell how awful I am and how all of this is my fault. Now, you can go down that road, but the question is this helping in any way? And I think the answer to many of us is no. Now, what I have found to be in peace with the situation is to find the balance between learning the lesson and forgiving yourself and the situation. So focusing on my situation where my pet is dead, I keep telling myself that I have killed this animal and what a horrible human being I am. And again, this is not helping the situation in any way, but trying to say that it's all okay, it doesn't matter, is not good as well. At least that's not what I have experienced. That is just as bad, because often that results in us never ever healing from this situation. We instead pressure it down, dig it down deep in the dirt, and it will keep hunting us. So I don't believe in this method either. So what is the answer? Well, this is of course the right answer for me, but I cannot assure you that this is the right answer for you, but I'm going to share it so you can think for yourself if this makes sense for you as well. So focusing on this situation with my pet, I'm thinking about why my pet died. And instead of thinking, oh well, it was mostly just an accident, I am totally open that it might be something I did, or rather did wrong. So these are the things I take and promise myself I will do everything I can to not forget. So for me, that would be different things I should not have in the cage, and things I should do differently, like having a person coming by checking on them when I am on vacation. And by doing this, I'm listening to my body's need. So in my situation, my body was trying to protect myself by telling myself that I needed to cut every relationship that I had so I could never ever be sad again if somebody died. Now, this is in the long run not the right answer, because if I did that, I will maybe not be vulnerable to somebody I care about being dead suddenly, but I would feel so lonely and miss out on so many things in life, and that's not what I actually want. That's just my fear trying to overly protect me. So instead, I hear my body telling me I really do not want to be in this situation again. And I say, okay, I am here for you. I am thinking about what I need to do different in order to do my very best as a human being to not experiencing this again in the same way. So this includes, as mentioned, the things I need to do different in my cages. So now I have a list of things I want to do different in the future when it comes to caretaking of my pets. And after doing that, I can then say, I have now taken this lesson to me. I promise to remember this lesson. And after doing this, I have come to the step where I need to make peace with the situation. I have taken the lesson. I have told myself, I promise I will never forget these lessons. And then I'm just going to try from here with the new things that I have learned. My pet is dead. It might be because of me, but even if I found the solution, he will not come back. And this leads me to my third rule I like to focus on. Because one thing that I think is so important to remind yourself when being in a pressured moment, especially when dealing with death, is that this person would like you to keep living your life. This is normally only for humans, I think, but for me, it helped me to say that Romeo would want me to keep living my life, to make me feel passionate again, to keep going, working on my dreams. He is cheering on me from the sky, because that's what kind people would do. And I believe Romeo was a very kind soul. So when I'm being in that very emotional moment where I don't feel like doing anything, or even maybe telling myself that I don't deserve anything, or I don't deserve to feel happy again, I remind myself of all the people that would like to cheer on me and that believes that I deserve happiness, that I definitely should go after my dreams. And I apologize if you don't have a single soul in your life that believes in you. But I can tell you now that I believe in you. It doesn't matter if I have never talked to you. I do believe in you because I believe we all deserve to feel loved. We all deserve to try and go after the things that makes life seems more happy. Maybe you don't know what happy is for you yet, but that's okay as well. I'm still not always sure about what makes me feel happy, but when I found a little spark, I grab it and I go with it as long as it will take me. And that is also the reason why I am sitting here having this chat with you. Because I saw a spark, I took it, and I go with it. And I think Romeo would be proud of me right now. This doesn't mean I will never ever cry about Romeo being dead. I will, I think, for always be sad about him not being a part of my life. But instead of focusing on his death and why I should never ever try to experience something like that again, I try to remember what I gave from having him in my life, from all the nice moments, how he taught me what love can be for a pet, how soft a hamster can be, how he took my negative thoughts away and just forced me to focus on him and petting him. And I don't necessarily believe in just one specific God. I am a bit like all over the place. I believe and say whatever makes sense for me and help me live the life to the fullest. And my mom likes to say that when something dies, it's because its purpose has been fulfilled. And my pet's death can be turned into so many different situations, but what I have very actively decided to do is make this talk that hopefully will help some of you. And I have also decided to see this situation as Romeo very loud telling me that I need to start loving the present me more. I need to put more self-care into my daily life. Otherwise, if I keep just focusing on the future I cannot control and being afraid of not being a good enough, my present me will die. I think we're all very, very good at focusing on the future all the time, or maybe even judge ourselves for the present. But what about the present? What about the human we are right now? Don't that part deserve some kind of love? I am definitely too good to think too much about the future and worry about stuff I cannot control anyway. And this is definitely because I forced myself to be in a society for 3 years where nobody believed in me. And that means that I today fear, most of all, to be in that situation again where nobody can see that I have anything to offer in this world. And I know so many of you are so kind to me. My mom believes in me, my dad believes in me and support me in so many ways. But I am still so afraid when I need to find a job that I will keep being turned off, that I will keep getting no's, because why? I'm not valuable. That is at least something I was telling myself for 3 years, because I decided to stay in a society that could not see my point of view in life. And even though I am now away from that society and I have people in life who believes in me, those years are still haunting me. And I'm trying to defeat them every day, but I keep hitting them. The thoughts telling me, showing me that I'm not worth investing in. And even though I rationally know in the end that this is not the final truth, it just keep coming. So if you are in a state where you believe and use the words never and always, you might be in a pressured situation and you might need to try to turn up a little bit more for the self-care on your daily basis. And if that doesn't help, or you don't even know what to do to take care of yourself, you might be in a relationship where nobody values you for who you are. And in that case, I advise you to try to seek out people who see you for who you are. But that was the talk for now. I hope some of it made sense for you. And as always, you are welcome to add to this conversation or share your experience in life. My current situation is that I have decided to write to the hamster lady where I bought Pearl and Romeo and ask if she has any hamsters available that are the same type as Romeo. And if she does, I will take it. And if she doesn't, it might just be me and Pearl. And the thought makes me very sad, so maybe I will end up buying a new hamster anyway. But for now, that is my situation, and I will listen to my heart and see where it's taking me. I hope this talk wasn't too scary to talk about, and I hope you will be able to go out there and find or watch some other great content that will maybe lighten up the mood. I hope in some way this might help you, or we can guide each other how to go through tough times together so we doesn't feel as lonely as it can be sometimes. On the day Romeo died, I was basically in my partner's arm all day long, and it was so nice. It was really what I needed. When I know I say nice, but I was just really feeling awful. And I was saying out loud all these crazy thoughts that I had, telling I know they're not real, but this is just what I feel and what I'm telling myself right now. And he wasn't correcting me, he wasn't trying to make my emotion go away. He was holding me tight, letting me know that he was here for me, and I was allowed to be sad, I was allowed to grieve. He was not going anywhere. And he believed in me that I was capable of getting over this. I know this talk is not for everybody, but I want you to know that I really appreciate it if you made it this far. And as always, I hope you're all staying loving and caring. And I have also for this video made a very little special ending to just have a little nice moment appreciating my dear Romeo. I will see you in the next vlog as well, hopefully. But now it's just time to have a little respectful moment for my hamster.